So how do you represent someone like that? Let's go back to pride because I do believe that he had an excessive love for himself. He chose that over everything else. You're dealing with this personality. You're dealing with a set of facts that it's hard forensically to get away from the fact that he was the one who did this. How do you, as a defense attorney, stand and represent someone of this character and nature?
It's extremely difficult. It's extremely difficult. And just so people can like peer back into it, you and I know we're initiated in this industry. This is the most difficult job of a defense attorney. This is so difficult. One time I told a friend of mine when I was coming into court on a public defense case, right? Because when you were a public defender, you had no choice in the cases. Yeah, ethically you could tell the judge I'm ethically prohibited from representatives, but you can't really do it because you're really going to look bad to the judge if you're kicking the
Right.
case back into her
Yeah,
or his lap,
you,
right?
you're right. It's kind of suicide in terms of your work career. You just
It's
really
work
don't
suicide.
do it. Yeah.
There you go. It's work suicide. So I had made the analogy to my buddy there at the courtroom. His name was Dave, and I told him, look, I just picked up a coffee from Tim Hortons. I found myself envying the lady who served me the coffee because
Wow.
if I could have just had her job today and be serving coffee, not coming here to try this guy who's being charged with armed robbery, and I have a deal for him, and the deal would get him out of jail in a year. He's insisting on trying his case because, according to him, his defense is, but I'm not a professional criminal. They should not charge me with this. What do I do with this person who will not talk to me and he wants to testify and he's on camera stealing? So that's the job of a defense attorney. So to take that, multiply it by a million, and that's the defense attorneys for this guy because I could see what that conversation was like in the room. You're dealing with somebody who has deep narcissism, deep narcissism, narcissism to a very, very unhealthy and criminal point. You have to convince him of things he has to do with his own defense. He was probably offered a deal, told his attorneys, I don't want to take it. I don't know. I'm guessing because, these cases, there's a reason why 99% of these cases plea out is because pleas are almost always offered. So representing this person as a defense attorney, this would have been a very jarring, thankless task with no reward. It's not like you were going to get paid $1 million. So as the attorney, and just to bring it down to its basic core, you do this for a living. You put on the suit for a living. Sometimes it's who you are, but at the end of the day, you do this to basically make a living for yourself and your family, and you do it by representing people like this, and the system needs you to do it. As a society, we need defense attorneys to do it. I've done this for a long time. It's just very difficult. It's very jarring. It's not rewarding. You're not an engineer that's building a product that's going to make people's lives happier. You're just basically, an airplane is crashing and you are intentionally getting to the front of the plane and saying, the front of the plane needs a pilot. I guess I'll be the pilot that crashes with the plane because the plane needs a pilot. That's essentially the analogy I give people in representing these types of people in these types of cases.